It's your boy Jay, and I'm here to say I got another story time for today. Okay, bow. So, as you can tell by that little clip I put at the beginning, today's story time is, of course, another robbery story. Pretty crazy. Pretty. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I'm not used to doing this. And here. That's like where you get all the gameplay. Bow, but you're not here for that. You're here for the story time. So let's get into it. So it's story time, right? Takes place when I was, I want to say 13. 13. Yeah, there we go. 13. So I remember during this day, right? Oh yeah. Before we get into it, I need you to smash that like button. Let's just get into it. So, like I said, the story time takes place when I was 13, right? So basically, um, during this time, I was basically going to go visit one of my cousins or whatever. So I'm visiting him, right? And he lives in New York. So I'm visiting him. Every first day, you know how the first day is. You come in, yeah, how you doing? Where do I put my bag, my stuff? Oh, okay. All right, thank you. So that's usually what happened the first day. You get your bags, you say hi to everybody. You walk in, you you know you just are there. You don't really, nothing really happens on the first day. You usually just get there, you put your bags down, you unpack, you find out what room you about to sleep in, you get some food. That's really it. You get that long "How have you been?" speech. Oh, look, you got taller. That type stuff. You get that type stuff, right? So basically, after all of that was done or whatever, my cousin was like, "Hey, you want to go for a walk?" Now, this might seem weird to a lot of people, but I don't know. People just do that. Like, I don't know. I've never really gotten just walking randomly just to walk, unless like you really bored. Cause it's been times where I was really bored, and I just walk. But yeah, so he was like, "Yeah, you want to just walk?" And I was like, "You know what? Sure." So I put my shoes on. Um, I don't really got no shoes that were like them, but to give you some more context, I'm gonna put like the type of shoe I was wearing up on the screen. Right? All right, so now that you're familiar with that, let's get into the story. So, yeah, like I said, he asked me, "Yo, do you want to go on a walk?" I'm like, "Sure." So we go outside, we go on a walk. I was wearing like something like this with this. So like, all right, I'm gonna show you exactly how it looks. All right. So this is how I was walking. I was like this. I was like this. I was decked out. I was like that. So we start walking. You know, nothing really going on. People looking at us weird, but we don't really care. It's just me and him. We just walking. So as we're walking, I remember like I noticed that basically, all right. So before we continue into the story, I need to tell y'all a little bit about like my cousin. So he lived in like a really bad neighborhood. I think it's Flatbush, New York, Flatbush, Brooklyn. He lived in Brooklyn. A lot of people gonna know that. If you're from Brooklyn, he lived in Flatbush. So that's a real dangerous neighborhood. And he would be considered rich over there, cause he had like the little bait jacket. He always looked like cleaner and better than everybody else. So while we walking, I was telling him, I was like, "Yo, like, you look better, you kind of dressing a little flashy, you flexing and flashing." Shout out that boy. But yeah, I was like, "Yeah, you flexing and flashing." He was like, "So ain't nobody gonna do nothing." And I was like, "Bro, you can't be having that mentality, bro. Like, look, like it's some people around here that got nothing to lose. Like, you gotta calm down. He was like, and he was basically telling me like, look, if anybody do something, I got something for him. And I was like, whoa, what you mean? What you mean you got something for him? I'm like, yo, like, what you mean you got something for him? And he was like, yo, I got something for him. Like, you know, basically he pulled out his little pocket knife. This is the only thing I got. So don't do none of that. But so yeah, so he was like, you know, I got something for him. So I'm like, all right, bet. So, you know, we walking, and it, you know, it's kind of cold. So I'm like, yo, we walking, and like, it was basically like we turned the corner, and when we turned the corner, it was somebody just like they were just like, you know, standing there minding their business or whatever. Turned the corner. I remember like the dude, he just like started looking at us, and like while we was walking by, he was trying to make direct eye contact with us. So when my cousin, he look at him, then he look away. I'm like, all right. As long as, you know, as long as nothing crazy about to happen, we good. So we walking. I remember I looked behind me, cause I don't know, I always have like this sense of when I feel like somebody's watching me. So I look behind me, bow, he's right there, he walking. And as he's walking, I noticed that like he's like, you know, ducking his hoodie. Like basically he was doing like this type stuff with his hoodie. Like, you know, trying to make sure we don't see his face. So I like tap my cousin and tell him, yo, look behind us. He looked, and my cousin like, he kind of like pulled the, you know, he pulled the little poker out. He was like, but he like put it in his sleeve though. Like, he put it in his sleeve. That way, like, it looked like a punch. Like, hold on, I'm trying to. That way it looked like a punch, but he, you know, like he get you. So we walking, and I remember like my heart started beating fast, cause mind you, I don't know nobody around. This is New York. I don't know nobody around here. So, you know, I'm like, whoa. Then you know, my cousin just moved there not too long ago, so he probably don't know nobody around there. So we're like, whoa, all right. Then I remember, like, basically my cousin, we get to the street, and like basically, so this whole time, basically like his house was like, let's say his house was back here. We basically walking up. We made a turn. That's where the guy was. The guy started following us through here. So now we about right here. And the guy is like still like right here. So he not real close to us. But I remember like my cousin looked at the street and he was like, oh, this is not the way of the store. So look, we were right here. The store was all the way right here. So we basically had to turn around, and mind you, the guy is following us. So we had to turn around with the guy following us. So my cousin's like, yo, we gotta turn around, we gotta go back. I'm like, huh? So basically what I was proposing was, instead of that, we just turn. That way we be on the main street where, like, you know, his house is down the street. And then we just store. But he was like, no, but we gotta turn back around, we gonna get lost. So he's like, don't worry, bro, I got the banger with me. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we go, right? And like, we turn around. And as we turn around, I remember the dude had something like this. And he was like, basically like, he was kind of like turning, he was kind of turning around too. But I remember like, but he had a black one. He didn't have a white one like this. He had a black one. Bam. So we're turning around. He's turning around too. And he's tying it. And I see him like, basically he had already tied it. So it was like this. And he just did this while turning around. So now I'm like, whoa, what is he doing? Because I'm like, yo, what is he doing? Like, what is he about to do? So we walk just a little bit closer. I'm talking about like y'all were in and we were like right here. Next thing we see, he walking right. Yo, want all of that, you heard? Yo. So we see that now. He, like, you know, he got the little pistol, and bro, here's how I know that my cousin, like, if something was to really happen, I knew that my cousin wasn't gonna do nothing, bro. He pulls that out, bro. All I see is my cousin. He drops the knife. He dropped it. So now that he dropped it, now we unarmed. So when he dropped it, I remember the dude, he like looked. Like he was like this, he looked. He seen what it was. And my cousin went to go reach for it. He said, kicked it. So he kicked it. So now it's out of our reach. So now I'm like, yo, we jammed up. Like, what's going on? All I hear, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a Pop Smoke type accent. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, so he was like, yo, run that, you heard? And I was like, whoa, what's going on? So, you know, I'm like, what do you need? I don't got nothing on me. He start, you know, almost FBI like he start patting me down. At the time, I remember, I used to have like 2 phones. But it was like one of them really wasn't working. Then the other one was like, you know, wasn't that bad. So I had the one that didn't work. Thank God. So I had the one that didn't work. He patted me down. He filled the phone. He like, yo, what's this? Nah, that's mine now. I'm like, all right, bro, take it. I'm not about to lose my life over a phone that don't even work. So he like, all right. He patted me down. I think I had like $20 on me. He took that $20 too. He was like, nah, that's mine. So yeah, he like, you know, he basically taking the stuff. So while he taking the stuff, I remember like he looked at my cousin, and it was like his eyes lit up. Like it was just like his eyes lit up. Like he looked and he was just like, cause you know, he looked like he got all the stuff that you know you need. So he was like, nah, take the jacket off. And my cousin was just like, bro, he gave that jacket up so quick, bro. I didn't even know if it was his at that point. So the dude, you know, he's sitting there, he like, yeah, that's mine. You got anything else, bro? Mind you, he don't got no bags, no nothing. He literally just, I think he got like $20, a broken phone, and a vape jacket. That's like, ain't that like $100 or something? That's not even that much. So I remember after he got all this stuff, he turned around, right? Just start walking away. No, bro, he didn't even run. Literally, he got to the corner. He looked back. And when he looked back, this is when I realized that there was something off. Remember, he looked back. I remember he like took the pistol out and he threw it and ran. And I was like, wait a minute. And then I remember like I started running after him. And while I was running after him, like my cousin, you know, he's sitting there like running. So I run, bow. I pick it up. It was an airsoft gun. He committed a whole robbery with an airsoft gun. But I can't blame him because look, it was dark. It was dark. You couldn't really tell if it was an airsoft gun. Plus the little orange piece, he painted it black. I only realized because when I fired it, it was just like a regular type gun. So yeah, that's the time where I got robbed with an airsoft gun. Make sure you smash the like button, turn on post notifications, hit that subscribe button if you like the story time or any of the story times in the description. Yeah. Whoa. Anyway, see you guys in that next video.